what's up? Hello, my name is Liz, and you're watching For Booking Out Loud. So today I want to do a tier ranking of my favorite books of 2021 so far. It is about halfway through the year. I have no idea how long or how fast the year has gone, honestly. But it is about halfway through, and I just want to review what my favorite books have been and kind of tier them up to see how much I've liked them so far and what my favorite books are. So as I'm filming this video, I've actually read 122 books so far this year, so I am not tier ranking all of them. There's no way, no how you can get me to do that. I am sorry, my time is valuable, and no. But what I have been doing is basically saving my favorite books on Goodreads. I always have a folder that says favorite books of such and such year. And so far I've put 9 books into that category. And so we're just going to look at them and put them into my tier ranking. If you see my tier ranking, you might notice that they are the same exact categories as I had in my tier ranking from last year when I tier ranked all of my books, or all of my favorite books from 2020. So let's just get into it and look at those categories and go through my books, okay? So my very top category goes into my top 10. So if you're familiar with me, my top 10 is ever changing. I usually relook at it at the end of each year and change it around. But a book has to be phenomenal for me to change around my top 10 books. And we'll see. The next category is just one down, and it's what I consider everyone needs to read these books. No matter who you are, no matter what your tastes are, you need to read these books. Then the next one is my go-to recommendations. I don't think everyone would appreciate these books like I do, but I will always recommend them to you if you like a certain genre, right? And then the next one down is, in my opinion, it's a wonderful, wonderful book, and I love it. Point blank, I love it. It's a great book. Go for it. And then the final category is I really need to rethink my category and the books I put in. Like, why is this book in here? I've read better books this year and they should be in this list instead. So hopefully I don't have any books in there, but we'll see. And as you can see, I have my 9 books in. I've been very, very strict this year. So we'll go in. And again, these are in no particular category. They're not in the order that I read them. They're not in alphabetical order. No, they're not. I don't know how this system works. But first and foremost, I have a nonfiction book, namely Cannibalism. It's a great book. It has some great one-liners, and it's just really interesting. I would say go-to recommendation. I don't think everyone needs to read it. I mean, not everyone is going to enjoy Cannibalism, and honestly, I appreciate that. I don't think it's that high of a book that everyone does need to read, but I highly recommend it. And if you are a fan of nonfiction, yeah, that's going to be my go-to recommendation right there. And then I have Last Time I Lied by Riley Sager. Honestly, I think it's going to be a go-to recommendation below Cannibalism as well, just because I absolutely loved it. I thought the twist at the end was phenomenal, and it's just a really good book. I have to admit, I'm kind of a sucker for camp stories just because I really enjoy camp stories, okay? I'm an avid camper. I was an avid camper as a child. It got to me, okay? Maybe in Another Life by Jenkins Reid. It's a really good romance. It's a wonderful, wonderful book. And I thought it had some great romantic elements. And honestly, I really enjoyed the idea of it. And it got to me as well. So I am going to put it, in my opinion, a wonderful book. But I don't think I would recommend it to everyone. It's great. But it's going to be a certain type of person that likes it. And I don't think I like it more than Cannibalism or The Last Time I Lied. That's for sure. Now, The Last Night in Montreal. That one's hard. You know what? I'm going to put it in Everyone Needs to Read, just because for me, it's really hard to pin down on if you like this genre, you're going to like that one. And honestly, it's just a really good book. It surprised me so much. And Emily St. John Mandel is just a phenomenal writer. She is so good. And if you have not gotten there yet and you haven't read all of her books yet, you need to read at least one of her books. Station 11 is beautiful, and honestly, Last Night in Montreal is up there with me, and that there's a great twist at the end, and it just makes that book. Like, if this is not one you want to DNF, basically, like those last 5 pages make the whole book, and you just need to read it. Point blank. And no questions asked. Everyone needs to read Once in a Lifetime. The Deal of a Lifetime. I don't think it goes into my top 10 quite so much, but it goes above Last Night in Montreal, and it's definitely, you need to read A Deal of a Lifetime. Point blank. Point blank. House on the Cerulean Sea. I'm going to put it right there. It's a little bit above The Last Time I Lied. Those are just such different books. I mean, you have a fantasy middle grade book about kids compared to a thriller horror mystery kind of thing with The Last Time I Lied on a camp. Yeah, no, really different books, but I think I enjoyed House on the Cerulean Sea just a tad more. I mean, oof. Malibu Rising by Jenkins Reid. I got 2 Jenkins Reids in here. She is by far one of my favorite authors, if not my favorite author. I have established that, especially with this last book, Malibu Rising. There is a reason it is on this list. I don't think everyone needs to read it, or do I? No. I think one of the reasons I liked it so much is because of the sibling relationship and just the idea of the time skips and the beautiful way she crafted that story. Does everyone need to read it, though? No. We'll see. When I do this list at the end of the year, that might be changing, so we'll see. Now we have The Poppy War by R.F. Kuang. I am going to say go-to recommendation, and that is at the top of the list because I understand it's pretty graphic, it's pretty violent, and not everyone enjoys fantasy, but man, is The Poppy War good. It also just gets me. It's like right up my alley. It is completely what I like in a book, you know? Just saying. And then last but not least, I have Mistborn by Brandon Sanderson. And did I like it more than the Poppy War? Okay. I think that's it. I think that's where I'm gonna go. That's where I'm gonna keep it. All right. Let me know if you disagree or if you agree. And I hope this was enjoyable for me. For you. It was enjoyable for me. Give me that thumbs up and leave a comment down below. I'll see you next time. Bye.